I'm Johna Till Johnson. I'm the CEO and founder of Nemertes Research, and I just finished keynoting and moderating a fantastic panel session on DevOps, Lean, and Agile in the financial services industry for the Wall Street Technology Association. It was a great session. We had some leading vendors. We had some leading sophisticated users all sharing their wisdom and guidance on how best to move forward on the DevOps journey from wherever you happen to be starting. We talked about three key elements. The first was the business value of DevOps, really with a goal of obtaining buy-in from executive leaders and making sure that there's the right energy and the right expectations around your DevOps project. What's interesting for financial services firms in particular is that the benefits are actually a little bit counterintuitive. Most people think of the benefits of DevOps as being speed. You can do things faster, you can service your customers faster, and that's certainly true. But that's not the primary benefit for most of the financial services firms that have deployed it. It turns out that the bigger benefit for financial services firms is reducing risk. That sounds surprising because doing things faster means the opportunity to make mistakes faster, but here's the key. What DevOps gives you is both agility, but also automation, high replicability, and a much lower defect rate. So you can do things quickly without fear that fat fingers are going to cause problems or failed integrations are going to cause problems. Also, DevOps tools build in auditing so that you can actually reduce compliance risk because you've got built-in auditing capabilities. This is actually fascinating for financial services firms because when senior executives fully internalize that, they look at DevOps in a whole new way. So that was the first thing that we looked at. The second thing that we looked at was the tools and technology, and that was a very interesting discussion as well because, as you might imagine, technologists love to talk about tools, but everyone says DevOps really isn't about the tools, it's about the process. Well, the truth is it's a bit about it's a bit about both. And what we found is that you really have to have a core suite of tools. You have to be looking at continuous integration, continuous delivery, tools that enable that, tools that enable version control, testing automation tools, integration tools, and collaboration tools that are fit for purpose. Not general purpose collaboration necessarily, but collaboration that has a built-in workflow and built-in alerts to the project that you're working on. So that kind of constellation of tools is really an essential piece of your DevOps project, and you should be prepared to spend some money on it. Not huge amounts of money, but you really want to make sure that senior executives understand that this isn't a cost-free commitment. It's not a matter of just reorganizing people and changing the culture. There is a technology investment required as well. Speaking of changing the culture, that was the third piece that we looked at. We talked about the difficulty of moving teams, particularly from the hero mentality, where teams want to step in and save the day and everybody wants the countdown towards the big code elevation and working, 72 hours of the weekend, to a mindset where you're elevating code day in and day out. Code elevation is no longer something that you do as a hero, but it's something you do on a regular basis, flawlessly, approaching perfection each time. And that's a really difficult challenge, and we discussed a number of ways to start to move organizations towards the idea of refashioning the hero as someone who delivers consistent business value to the company rather than someone who steps in at the last minute to keep the company from disaster. So again, we really focused on business metrics and business value, technology and tools, and cultural shift. It was a great session and hope to see you at our February 9th session on digital transformation in the financial services industry.